Now let's see if they're brave enough to earn it. They all need money. They all need money. They all need money. They all need money.
Yeah, seen it all coming from a mile away. We break, we got a bug. Singing like a stone in a rich man's world when the push it comes to shore. We're free as the sun on this highway. We're doing what we think of. Ain't got tickets to a Broadway show. We don't need no country club.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the G Files, and welcome back to another press conference with Coach McCheesmo. Coach will be joining us here shortly. Before he does, we'll go ahead and do a update on the game. Let some of these questions come in, and let's see how everything turned out this last week. As you know, we took on Colorado State. Had a big comeback victory. Then the second half, they were really kicking our boys' butts that week. Or during the first half, we couldn't stop the run. We couldn't make a tackle. Couldn't get pressure on the quarterback. I want to say the whole first half, I don't think their quarterback missed an entire pass. Like not one pass the whole first half. So we'll look at the stats here. I know we didn't get a sack. The whole first half for sure. Oh, that's the Nevada game. We're not wanting to look at that, are we? I guess it's just going to show that. Okay, we'll go over here then. So we look here. This is a big rivalry game. So, but we won 58-48. As you can see, at halftime we were down 11 to 27. At one point, I think we were down 27-3. Yeah, 11 to 27 at halftime. Too big. What's up, Skeet? No, that's good, man. I was late. I was late getting started, brother. The stupid Streamlabs had to, or I'll say stupid. I can't say stupid because it's what I use. But Streamlabs had to update, so that's the reason I'm late. But as you can see, At one point we were down 20. I want to say it was 27 to. No, it was we were down 24 to 3 at one point, and see we scored. Let's see here. Yeah, 45 seconds left in half. On a on a 3-yard run by Morrow. Morrow kind of showed out this game. Yeah, updates suck, man, but they gotta happen, I guess. So that's it. But we ended up coming back, rallying back in the second half. Put up. What is that? I suck at math today. 31 or 11. So we put up 41 points in the second half to their 21. So almost doubled. Almost doubled their points in the second half. Guys come out, finally got some sacks. We got a big turnover in the second half. Smith wasn't doing real well, but it happens. They came back harder than a porn star making 15 movies. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's terrible, Carrot. Jesus Christ. So, anyway, we'll look at 11 to 18 completions, 1 interception. Not good stats for for Smith this game. He's been lighting it up all season, and then he comes out this game and they shut him down. But running game picked it up. Sanders was 17 attempts for 149, and then Morrow was 17 attempts for 159. That's 34 attempts for our running backs. I love seeing that Sanders can actually step out for a little bit, get him a breather, and then Morrow come in and actually do his thing as well. Morrow's doing really well. He's moving from that fullback position to halfback position. He was recruited as a fullback. He's a big guy, big bruiser, 6'1", 250 pounds, and he's doing really well, showing out. So love to see that. Receiving game, guys made catches. Did we have a drop at all this game? We did. One drop by Sanders, but that was on that screen pass. That wasn't Sanders' fault. That was again Smith just making a bad throw, and that happened. We allowed 3 sacks. We only allowed 3 sacks all season until this game. And then defensively, Brown had the 2 sacks that we really needed, to stop a couple drives, and then and then who got the interception? Let's see here. Who was that? Smith. Pulled that interception off in the last. Yeah, Morrow. Well, I don't know if Morrow's the GOAT yet, but he's looking like he's gonna earn that status if he keeps playing the way he's been playing. But yeah, Smith got that interception there in the second half too. Right after we scored from opening drive in the second half, we got another. Smith pulled the interception off right there on the goal line, and we were able to put the ball in again really quick. Had a 14-point swing right there. Put us right back in the game, and we were able to start shutting them down, start sending pressure. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and start taking questions. Skeet's already sent us some. Love you, Skeet. Appreciate the love too, man. So we're going to go ahead and look at the questions Skeet sent in, and if any of you other guys got any questions, just keep popping them in. As I see them pop in, I'll read them out loud and I'll answer them. Skeet always sends me questions via Discord, so if you want to be able to do that, after a game, like after you watch it and the questions are fresh on your list, hit me up on Facebook if you're watching there, or anywhere, and let me know, and I'll get you in the Discord so you can always have your questions fresh in your mind and post to me, and I can read them off of Discord if I need to. So let's see here. Skeet says, Coach McCheesmo, congratulations on maintaining your undefeated streak with a thrilling 51-48 victory. How do you plan to address the defensive struggles that allowed 48 points today, especially with high-scoring Boise and Florida up next? Well, we got to get through Air Force first, but we just got to wrap up. That's the big thing. Got to wrap up. Got to make the tackles. Like I say that every week. It seems like I've been saying that for 3 seasons. Again, I've addressed this with our defensive coordinator, and if I'm going to do my best to, get rid of that guy at the end of the season. He's already looking for a job. He knows I'm not happy with his performance, and as our defensive coordinator. So he already knows he's on the hot seat with me, and and I can't have a coach that I can't trust, and I don't trust him to get these boys ready for these games. I know it's my job to ensure they're ready, which most part they are, but it's his job to ensure that they know the basic fundamentals and are able to make their plays. They do make play. They did make some big plays in the second half, but I took over the defense in the second half, and I told my coordinator to sit his ass down. So let's see here. Grayson, how much confidence do you have from this winning streak? Oh, I have major confidence going into the Air Force game. You can definitely sense it in the locker room, especially after, like I said, after I took the clipboard from our defensive coordinator, told him to just go sit on the bench and make sure that the boys had enough water. In that second half, you saw it once they got that touchdown, and then that first stop and then that pick. And put themselves right back in the game. You could just tell they're there, man. And I think that's going to come into the next week's game against Air Force. I think the confidence is going to stay there. So I absolutely love that. Let's see here. I love that, and I think it's going to keep going. And as long as we keep winning, they're just going to keep gaining more and more confidence in themselves. This is a young team. They're all freshmen. So most of them are freshmen, so you got to have that. Skeet says, with the team ranking 5th in points per game, but only 45 in total offense, can you talk about the efficiency your offense has shown in the red zone and how critical that's been to your success? Oh man, that is awesome. Our red zone percentage right now still sits at 100%. Our offense is just, they make the plays when they make the plays. Our offensive coordinator has done a great job of calling plays, and he's called the right plays in the right situations, and he continues to call the right plays in the right situations. Just like the second half of that game, he called. We had one play where we were running a lot of off tackles and a lot of stretch, and we seemed to be getting yards on those plays, and those plays were working. And so he just went to what was working in the second half, and so yeah. And the red zone is extremely critical. You got to score points in red zone, whether it be 3 points or 7 or 6 points. You get that close to the end zone, you got to be able to score points. Our kicker's 100% on the season. Love to have him there. He's a true freshman as well. A lot of true freshmen on this team, and they're showing out. The Carrot. So now that we are having a winning season, what are the chances that can have a parents versus kids game? I don't know, man. Some of these kids might. I don't want to. Look, we got the confidence in them, man. And some of these parents may show out their kids. I ain't doing that to my boys. I don't want. For example, Morrow. His dad played middle linebacker for Green Bay Packers. I don't want him just making Morrow realize that he's still that dad's still the man of the house. So I'm not going to do that to them. Their confidence is already shine, just high as can be. I'm not going to do that. Are you thinking about giving Morrow the ball more, especially after his game against Colorado State last week? Oh, definitely. Yeah, Morrow's fixing to start making a big impact, I think, and he's definitely going to be coming in a lot more. We got certain formations that we've started looking at putting him in to that way Sanders can get a thing, and also the defense. It kind of messes the defense up when you go from a elusive back like Sanders to a big power back like Morrow. it really confuses the defense, and it did this last game too. You know, like Sanders would juke and jive and get around them, and then yeah, they you know, and then Mora would come in and just run straight at them, and you know, a lot when you know 6 foot 250-pound back gets a full head of steam. Especially DBs, they really start backpedaling, you know, and hoping that he just falls over them instead of trying to hit him head on. Did you let Thomas have it after him blowing coverage 10 times? Thomas did a lot of gashers, and I put him in this last week, man. This last week of practice preparing for Air Force, you know, as we've been preparing for Air Force, Thomas has been. I had him race Sanders all practice. Well, not all practice, but at the end of practice, you know. And Sanders was glad to do it. You know, Sanders was pissed about it. Actually, the whole team was pissed about Thomas's performance. And you know, I told Thomas, I was like, you know, if he don't step it up, I'm gonna find someone else that can step in his place. And you know, he's got to. Yeah, he's definitely got to quit blowing coverages like that, man. We would have him covered, and he would just, or you know, just 2 seconds longer, and we're getting the sack because we were having to start sending the house, and you know, but instead he would just, they were just whooping him on the line, and we can't be having that. Yeah, Thomas definitely needed to take some laps at practice, though. He definitely got some laps. Your team managed to narrow win tonight. How do you keep the players grounded and focused on improving with such a close scoreline against a team with a significantly lower defensive ranking? You know, rankings don't tell you everything about a team. Sometimes the team's just not performing up to their full potential. But we're getting in mid-season form now, and a lot of teams that you've seen throughout the season, you know, they may be 60th in ranking, but they may have top tier defensive players on the team, you know, and so that's just something, you know, the ranking to me going into a game doesn't tell me anything. Why we playing the game is what we do, and how we play against that defense tells me everything I need to know. And you know, we scored, you know, they had a significantly lower defensive ranking, you're right. And we scored just in the second half, just about every time we touched the football. We just had to figure out what they were doing. The coach came in with, you know, Colorado State's coach came in with a great game plan, and he did it. You know, his boys executed that whole first half. I mean, executed. And but our offensive coordinator said, you know what, the hell with this, and he just went to what was working. And ended up getting us the win, you know, or scoring the points for us on offense. As I always say, offense scores points, defense wins ball games. You know, and one of my favorite things to say is if the other team can't score, they can't win. We definitely let them score. So I'm more concerned about our defense than I was their defense, by the way our defense played. So that's something we gotta fix, definitely. Looking ahead, you have back-to-back home games against top 10 teams. How do you prepare differently, if at all, for these high-caliber opponents compared to your preparation for tonight's game? I like to look one game at a time. We're looking at Boise State, who actually lost this last week, so they won't be in the top 10. Still doesn't mean they're not a great team, and you know, coaching great over there. But and then we got Florida, who's I want to say has remained undefeated on the season. Let me see here. Oh no, they haven't played their game yet. So, you know, they definitely need to definitely, you know, they need to, you know, we're going to take it one game at a time, and we're going to, you know, we're not going to look too far ahead, because I want to make sure that our guys are ready for, you know, Air Force coming up. But how do I prepare differently for high caliber teams? I don't. I tell these boys to play their game. If they play their game, they'll win. We proved that with Texas, and then we proved that with you know, Washington State. We proved that every game. You know, if they come out and actually play their game, they're going to win. You know, these boys know how to play. They know how I want them to play. I want them to hit them in the mouth and make them like it. They started doing that in the second half, and we come out and won that game. So I don't prepare any differently for each game. I just prepare my boys, try to prepare my boys for the best, to give them the best opportunity to win. Smith has shown some pro-level capabilities this season. In your opinion, what makes him a potential NFL draft pick, and how important is he to your offensive strategy? Oh, Smith is huge, huge to our offensive strategy. He, if just like this last game, if he gets shut down, then we become one-dimensional, and I am not a one-dimensional coach. I want guys to come out and be able to pass it when we want to pass it, and throw and run it when we want to run it. I don't want to be forced to do anything, and I felt Colorado State actually forced us to run the ball, which we're a physical football team, and that did not work out in their favor. But if you become one-dimensional, you're going to lose games, because they know, hey, all they can do is run on us. They're going to start prepping for the run, and then they'll get you behind the sticks, and you have to pass. Like you get them to get the other team, that they know what you have to do. So we don't ever want to see that again like we did this last week. So. Carrot, if you continue with the season you're having, what are the chances you will be ranked number one in the next couple of years? We continue with the season we're having. Shit, I'm hoping we're ranked number one this year. No, well, that's up to the pollsters. I would love to be ranked number one every year. I can't tell the future. I can see that, with the recruits we got coming in, that this team will continue to improve, and will continue to get better every week. So. And every year, so we just got to keep recruiting, and hopefully at some point, the pollsters. We had to fight to get in the top 25 this year. We're 26th in the nation. Turn around and beat a Texas team that just fell out of the top 25, and other top 25 teams fell out, and we still set at 26. We had to win another game just for them to put us in the top 25. So that kind of pissed our boys off too. So and I was definitely glad that they turned around and won this game. Because I don't want the pollsters being proven right, because I think they're full of crap. That's just how I feel about that. But anyway, Wyoming's rush defense, this is from Skeet again. Wyoming's rush defense is ranked 7th nationally after this game, yet the pass defense seemed to struggle at times. What adjustments are you considering to balance your defensive efforts? We're going to have to start sending pressure. That's just all there is to it. The R2C league this year has allowed a lot of holding going on at the line of scrimmage. So, they're being a lot more lenient for some reason on that. So we're just going to have to start sending more pressure. I mean, if the offensive linemen are going to be allowed to just hold our guys, then we got to send more people than they can hold. So that's all. That's the best way to fix that. Wyoming's rush defense is ranked 7th nationally. Oh, sorry, I just read that one. You've outscored every opponent so far. What does that say about your team's ability to perform under pressure, and how to maintain this composure moving forward? Well, like I said, just keep playing our game. We've outscored every opponent so far, but what we beat Texas by 1. Let them come back from a pretty big deficit we had them under. Then we turn around and the week before that, and we beat. Jesus Christ, I don't remember who we played, but I just, because I like I said, I always just look forward. But we won another game by 1. This season and then we turn around, we beat the hell out of Nevada. First week of the season we beat Washington State handily. So that's just something we have to, something we have to take care of. And just keep going. I don't like close games like that. I want to win. Like I want everybody to know that we were the better team on the field and not have to question it. And I keep telling my boys they're going to give me a damn heart attack. They keep letting it get that close. Is there any team that you feel you have to beat, or any team that you're worried about coming up against, or how are you preparing for that? So we have to beat every team. That's my thing. Is there's no team. To me, there's no team on our schedule more important than the next team. Every win is a must. Every win is a have to. Is there a team I'm worried about coming up against? I don't worry about playing anybody. I just come out and tell my boys to play their game. And if one of the big things I say is if they leave everything on that field and they still lose, they can hold their heads up. But if they are thinking about sit and think about what could they have done better, or think I should have done this better. Well, if you should have done that better, then you weren't playing at 100%, and I want you playing at 100% every game. I want you going 100 miles an hour to the football every game. I want the running back putting everything he has into every run, every game. I want my quarterback, trying to make perfect decisions every game. So, that's just what I want. So I don't worry about any team because I know these boys can do it, and they're a great group of guys. So another one from Skeet. Coach, there's been some buzz about the Longhorn Pack tweet. Could you clarify if there's any connection to Coach Dredd and what that might imply for your team strategy or morale? Well, Texas called us out. They requested to the league that they play us. And I think they were looking for an early season W, or an easy W, and so that was a shot at them. We're smoking Longhorn Packs over here, baby. To quote Wyatt Earp from the movie Tombstone, you called down the thunder, now you got it. So that's all I got to say about that. With a C+ overall team rating and yet an undefeated record, do you fear your team is underrated nationally? And what message would you like to send to the critics? Well, hell yeah, my team's underrated nationally. Took us forever, like I said, to get in an undefeated team, to get in the top 25, and we didn't get in it till week 7. So heck yeah, we are very underrated in my opinion. But they just got to keep winning and keep their heads up and keep fighting. And everybody turn around. We're already starting to see a little bit of buzz, coming our way. So, the guys have got to, just kind of keep their heads up, keep their heads in the game. I think this is the first season too. This is what I think is crazy. We've not had someone on the Heisman list at least once this year. And I love to see that because that means they're playing as a team and it's not just one guy being relied upon. I'm not saying that the guys on the Heisman list that those teams only rely on those guys. I'm just saying that, for us, that's a big deal. Because we're putting up points, we're putting up, and getting W's, and we don't have we don't have just one guy we're relying on. That's something we. When Whaley was with us, he went down, especially those first 2 seasons, or I'll say that first season for sure. When Whaley would get injured or something, I'd stress. We didn't have anybody back there that could do what he could do. I'm not gonna say we didn't have anybody back there any good because we did, but we didn't have anybody back there that could do what Whaley could do. And at the running back position, and then we got Sanders, and Sanders, ended up doing what he does best, and that's run the football. And now we got Morrow and Smith back because he was injured all season last year, and Smith's showing that, hey man, I think we could have done this last season with Whaley and Sanders and Smith if Smith hadn't got injured. Nothing against Sabota. I ended up having to cut him, but my God, that boy had to go. He just couldn't throw the ball. And then you got May, who's a great quarterback. He won us every game we won was because of him last season. But in the end of the day, Smith he won the position battles you saw in spring practice. Him and May were fighting for it, but Smith ended up winning, and that's just because of his accuracy. He's just got a little more accuracy, and every position on my team is up for grabs. And that's how I feel about. That's how I feel about it. If a guy knows that he lose his starting position at any time, he's going to keep the fight. He's going to fight to keep that position, and that's how I do it. So, turnover density has been a strong point for your team. Ranked 28th nationally, how do you continue to emphasize turnovers in practice? How critical was this in securing tonight's win? Heck yeah, Carrot. Even the water boy, if he wants to get out there on the field and Bobby Boucher it, then you dang right he'll start. So let me read that again. Turnover density has been a strong point for your team, ranked 28th naturally. How do you continue to emphasize turnovers in practice, and how critical was this in securing tonight's win? Turnovers were huge, both times. The one we threw, the pick six they got right there on that screen pass was huge. But the fact that we were able to make a few stops, because I look at punts as a turnover. A lot of people, a punt is to me is a turnover. It's a team saying, hey, we can't move the ball anymore, so we're just going to give it to you and then try again after you either score or we stop you. So punt is a turnover as well. So the turnovers are huge. You have to capitalize on turnovers, and we did. I mean, we got the one turnover, official quote unquote turnover that we got. We capitalized on it. So yeah. How are you combating all the clipping penalties that are racking up this season? Well, since those first couple games, we haven't really had a lot of clipping penalties. We had a couple holdings, and then but not near as many clippings. We kind of took care of that after week one. Kids are gonna make mistakes. I understand that, but that first week, or first 2 weeks, I should say, was actually just abysmal as far as clipping. So we pulled them guys aside and said, hey, look, if Sanders returns, mainly they were on kickoffs, and we're like, it don't matter. If Sanders returns the ball for, to the 50-yard line on a kickoff return, it doesn't do us any good if you hit someone in the back. If you see the back of their jersey, just stop. So they've kind of started doing that now, and it's looking better. Our team's starting to see us as a real threat now. I believe so. I think they were questioning whether we were a threat, and then I think that way we played against Texas and won that game. They started sinking in their mind a little bit that we were, and then we turned around and beat the crap out of Nevada, and then turn around and again win another close game against Colorado State. So yeah, I think teams are starting to see us as a threat. Now, they should. If any opponent that takes the field, you should see as a threat. Doesn't mean you're scared, but they're still a threat. They're a threat to your win-loss column. They're a threat to everything. So, and the fact that we're winning these away games, should definitely start opening some eyes up for sure. Let's see here. Given the high-scoring nature of this game, can you comment on the performance of your special teams and how they contributed setting up favorable field position? Well, we didn't really punt this game, and then as far as special teams goes, Sanders getting the ball down to the almost midfield on every kick return was huge for us. He was kind of showing out and juking and jiving and showing everybody what he can do if he gets an open field. Really sucked that one play got called back off for holding, where he spun out, went outside and then spun back in and broke open for a long touchdown run. But, we ended up scoring on that drive anyway. But that was a huge, another huge run. But, yeah, special teams definitely played a huge role in this game as far as setting us up for good field position to where we could at least get some points, especially in the second half. Finally, on a lighter note, any celebration plans after such a hard-fought victory, or is it straight to the film room to prepare for Boise? Well, we're playing Air Force next week, so we're preparing for Air Force this week. Boise. Let me look at the schedule real quick. I think it's Air Force in Boise, so we'll start preparing for Boise once we get past Air Force. But no, I'll let these boys celebrate though. Oh no, we play Air Force in Mexico, then Boise, so we got 2 more weeks before Boise. Yeah, I play. Or I'm sorry. I let these boys celebrate after every big win. You got to let guys celebrate. There's a time to play and a time to be serious. And after a win, uh, I tell them, go out, be smart, have a good time. And we were in Colorado. Now, how can I not let them boys go enjoy the mountains and stuff, man? So they went out, they had a good time. They all got back, got back by curfew, and then we went to work the next. When we got back to Wyoming, them boys went to work the next day. And that's what we wanted. So, so yeah, I'm never gonna. My God. Rumor has it that the Air Force has been training at Area 51. How are your boys getting prepared for playing aliens? Well, that's the only way. I'm an Army guy, and I'll tell you right now, that's the only way the Air Force could train because they're going to have to put aliens in the uniforms. I've seen Air Force guys. They all they do is sit behind a desk and type. So yeah. Jesus Christ. I don't know. I guess the best way I can answer for that, man. Shit. So, let's wait for some more questions to come in, and for a minute, if not, I guess we're gonna end it on the Area 51 question. So, man. But yeah, glad you guys could come out. Love the questions. I love seeing the questions come in, guys. That's what I want. I want to see. Even stuff like the Air 51 question. Love to see it. I'm glad to see you all, the ones who can make it out, made it out. But we'll go ahead and end it there. And end the press conference there. But guys, again, thanks for coming out. If you like the content, leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitch, follow us on Twitter. I don't know if the Twitter is in the description. If it's not, I will get it in there for the next stream. And follow Coach McCheesmo to keep up on Twitter, to keep up with his Wyoming Cowboys. And with that being said, guys, God bless, and y'all have a wonderful night.